Everyone, and welcome to the IMAA's Insights and Innovation Series. Today we have our good partners Kargo with us, sharing basically its innovation, past and present, and some of their things that they're going on in their business. And I was just talking to the guys before, and there is a lot going on. It feels like they've gone around and bought every single business in the world and tied it all into one. So it's very, very impressive as they grow. We've got the amazing Rob Leach, Neil Pitt, and Alison Brewer here representing, but I'm going to hand over to Rob now, who's going to do a more eloquent version of introductions than myself. So Rob, over to you to kick off.
Thank you very much, Sammy. I will try not to fail at the first hurdle here and try and get the presentation on the screen all right, if I can do that. We're off to a good start. How's that looking for everybody? Okay?
Looks good, Rob.
Mm-hmm. It's even better because I can't see Sam anymore, so that's making it excellent. So yeah, thank you very much for the intro. On the call you've got myself. I'm the APAC General Manager for Kargo. Well, I'll let you, Neil and Ali, introduce yourselves.
Hi guys, I'm Neil Pitt. I'm the APAC Sales Director for Kargo.
And I'm Ali Brewer. I'm the Account Director. About 7 weeks in now with Kargo, so fairly new to the team, but very exciting.
Excellent. So I'll give a quick intro on Kargo for those who don't know us. I hope most of you do, because we've been members of the IMAA right from the outset. We are a 20-year-old US AdTech company. Really, we're privately owned, and we were really born with this vision of transforming boring, ineffective mobile banners into creatively brilliant ad units that would work harder for publishers and advertisers through a combination of tech and creativity. And our mantra has always been putting the art into ad tech. We're a privately owned company. We're still privately owned, which is great. Allows us to be very nimble in market and not have to succumb to shareholder desires and things like that. And we were really also born out of a real desire to keep, and this is really true of our founder, who still runs the business, very involved every single day, born out of a desire to keep great journalism alive through great advertising, and to try and make sure that the advertising dollars stay with those who create the content, not just those who host the content. But obviously, we're not pure altruism. We care a lot about revenue and profit. But the thing that runs through the company is we genuinely believe that if we are helping our advertising and publisher partners to be successful, that's the quickest way for Kargo to be successful and to achieve financial success. And in the last few years, as you guys know better than anybody, as programmatic trading grows and cookies continue to crumble, we believe that one of the best ways to help our advertisers and publishers is through developing groundbreaking technology and through creative innovation. And so that's really what we try to focus on. Kargo Australia Pty Limited, the company that Neil, Ali and I work for, is just 6 years old, so we're still relative newcomers, I suppose, to the market. But in those 6 years, we've made unbelievable changes to the business, and that's all been driven by the technology and the innovation, and that has really paid off for the business. So just to give you a bit of a snapshot of where we're at now, in the last 6 years, we've really grown beyond expectation, and I'm very pleased to say beyond our targets. But last year, or the year we are currently in, the financial year that ended in June, was our most successful to date. We increased revenue by around 77% year on year. That growth is forecast to continue into next year. But as I mentioned earlier, success for us is more than just the revenue. And during that same period, we've retained every advertiser we've worked with and every publisher partner we've worked with, and we've put on a whole load of new ones. So it suggests we're doing something right. We've grown from 12 people to 20 in offices across Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. And we've launched campaigns into 8 new countries during that last year as well, including America, Japan, India, and Thailand. So it's been a really great year, and it's a very good foundation for growth for us going forward. And when I look back and we look back and see what's really driven that success, obviously it's hard work from the whole team. It's great support from all of you guys. It's a real investment in people and in culture, but I think more so in the last couple of years than ever, it's been about investment and a delivery of a plan to really revolutionize cargo technology and provide our advertising partners with real, genuine innovation that will help them to make advertising work harder for their clients. So we spent a lot of years developing a whole load of proprietary technology solutions. So we have a very large technical operations team in the US, and we've spent a lot of years either acquiring, partnering, or building our own solutions to address issues that arise from the changes in the market. So that is things like the shift to programmatic trading and header bidding and so on, but also as a response to requests from you guys and from our publishing partners as to what they want. So in the last financial year, we launched what we call our Kargo AdTech ecosystem, and that's really built and developed to help our partners achieve greater success with cargo now and in the future. And what we want to do today is take you through a few, not all, but a few of those technical developments that we launched as part of this ecosystem, and try to explain how they should help you and how they should help to make advertising better. We're no longer mobile only, and Neil and Ali will talk to this a bit more. One of the things we have done as a result of largely requests from publishers, but also partly advertisers, is we've moved into desktop in the last year, and we've also just launched pre-roll, and we've also launched into social through the acquisition of a company called Stitcher Ads. So where we were just mobile web, we're truly omnichannel now, which is a really significant change, and the guys will talk you through that in a little more detail soon. But the first thing I want to talk you through is what we call KSSP, which is the cargo supply side platform. So we launched, the biggest investment we made was in proprietary technology. We built our own SSP, our own supply side platform, which launched in February this year, and it creates thousands of sites from all our publishers, from hundreds of publishers. So it's the real backbone of our business now, our own SSP. We did have an SSP before, as some of you guys who have worked with us will know. So we were trading programmatically, but it was built on another company's technology, a company called IPONWeb. We wanted to build it on our own technology so we can be much more nimble in market and adapt to what the DSPs and our advertising partners want us to do. So we have our own SSP now. Every impression we run runs through that now. That SSP, importantly, integrates with all the major DSPs, plus all the data and measurement partners, as well as our tech sits on the pages of every publisher we work with. So, this is technology. It may not appear that interesting to all of you guys. Why is it important? For you guys and your clients, it's important. First thing to know is every dollar you spend with us now goes on media. There are no tech fees from Kargo. I mean, you will have your own tech fees from the DSPs you work with, but we don't charge any tech fees. So every dollar you spend with us goes on media. It also means, because it's our tech, we're 100% transparent. We can be audited. You can look at it. We have a very clear model with our publishers. So we're 100% transparent where all the revenue goes and is spent. So that is really important for you guys and for your clients to know all your money is going on media, and there's no hidden fees or costs anywhere in it. It also, having our own SSP, improves supply path optimization with the DSPs. They're always looking to work with fewer partners, not more. So this makes us more likely to be a preferred partner, and how come we're able to integrate with all the DSPs. And it also allows you guys and your advertisers to onboard. I mean, we've got our own data solutions, a real wide range of first, third-party data and cohort intelligence, which Neil will talk about later. But it also allows you guys to onboard any data you want from your clients through your preferred DMPs. And the last part, the measurement, we never like to mark our own homework at Kargo. So the fact that we integrate with all the major measurement partners mean you can measure the success of the campaigns however you want to. And the last part of that is the integration with our publishers. So our technology sits on every page of our publishers. We have script on every page with all our publishers. So we're not like a network. And what that means is, all our ads work all the time, every time. You don't get those broken links and all that kind of stuff that you might get with ad networks. So that's a very important element of it. We also, we're very strict what publishers we work with. We only work with publishers who create and curate their own content. So you're not getting a whole load of user-generated content. Your ads will be in a safe environment and a fraud-free environment and so on. And what that delivers is one of, if not the most clean and most highly performant advertising environment in the world. Oracle Moat earlier this year, when they were measuring overall media quality, they ranked Kargo at less than 0.1% against a 1.5% industry benchmark for potentially false information, and 0.89% against a 4% benchmark for invalid traffic. So there's a whole load of numbers on this slide that you guys can all see. Probably much better put by the trade desk, I think, who locally said that working with Kargo aligns with our mission for clean, premium, high quality and fraud-free inventory. So all those numbers, what it really means, what it really equates to for you guys is it's an advertising environment that will really work and deliver for your brands, for your clients. So that's the KSSP, the first thing. By the way, if anybody's got any questions, we've got time at the end, but do feel free to shout out if you want to ask as we're going through it as well. The second thing I want to mention as part of our AdTech ecosystem is a product we launched this year called Fabric. Fabric is in a lot of ways less relevant to you guys, because what Fabric is it's a content management system for publishers and a header bidding solution for publishers. So some of our publishers came to us saying that their sites weren't working as well as they wanted to, and that because, generally speaking, because of scale, because they're not really big publishers, they couldn't get onto the header bidding solutions that are out there, because those header bidding companies prioritize the list of people that they integrate based on the revenue it will generate them, obviously. So some of our publishers said their sites weren't working as well as they wanted and they couldn't get onto header bidding. So we built a content management system and header bidding solution. It's open to all publishers. So you can see there are some quite big ones on there, like OK Magazine. But it's really targeted at the smaller publishers who do struggle to make the programmatic revenue. And it really works. We've built a brilliant content management system here by improving the ad slots, speeding up page load times and so on, and giving them access to more demand through programmatic. We are dramatically increasing the revenue that these publishers make. So it's a great part of the tech stack. As I say, it's not quite so relevant for you guys, but it is important, probably in two ways, really. One, if you've got any publishers as your clients, this is an important thing to be able to discuss with them. And the second thing is, just for all your campaigns, having all these smaller publishers as part of the Kargo exchange is really helpful for you guys, because it delivers a load of unique supply that you're not going to get anywhere else. As well as more targeting options, because there are more niche publishers there. And I'm very pleased to say that in September of last year, Fabric was awarded the Best Digital Product Innovation at the DigiDay Media Awards in the US. So it is a product that's really, really working as well. I am going to move on from Fabric to cohort intelligence, and I'm going to hand over to Neil to talk about that.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob. Brilliant. So you guys, as you know, the cookies have long been collapsing, and it kind of keeps happening and pushing down the track in terms of Google making their announcement. But the cookie apocalypse is certainly evident, and it's happening. Fortunately for us, we've been refining our blended targeting solution for some time. We very much take a blended approach to targeting at Kargo, but we've developed a thing called cohort intelligence, which effectively at its core is our AI-powered algorithm that identifies the most performant, effective, and brand-safe environments to reach a particular audience. So we've built this in part with IBM Watson, and it's due to our one-to-one integration with the sites that we have the ability to do this. And it's contextual-based targeting in its essence. But as you can see on the slide here, it's starting to identify a number of these triggers that basically at a URL level create our ability to identify and see targets at scale across our network. So it starts to look at things like domain, sentiment, topic, readability, demographic, as I mentioned, at a page level, which is very, very unique to this and really, really effective. And what we start to see is a number of cohorts at scale. And we have the ability to target a number of off-the-shelf cohorts, which are on the next slide. Thanks, Rob. And then we can also identify custom cohorts as well based on previous campaign learnings. And as Rob mentioned earlier, bringing in clients' own data, and we can basically build those out and create custom cohorts. This is extremely performant and unique to our business. We see pretty much 90%, 95% of our campaigns are attached and have cohort intelligence based on the effectiveness of these, and it's even more effective than one-to-one targeting we're finding as well. So really popular and something you guys should definitely get around. So challenges with an audience, and we'll absolutely find them at scale across our network. Thanks, Rob. Next one I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about is creative. So this is certainly what Kargo has been known for previously, and I guess it's what we're best known for is our creative formats. And we like to talk about the fact that we have a format for every function. And what we're going to just touch on is just a few here, and probably the newer, more innovative formats. But we have over 50 kind of formats that are ready to go and constantly innovating and changing those as well. And what we know is people don't really recognize or see standard banners anymore. 70% of research shows that people aren't seeing standard creative. So what we're doing is providing the ability to cut through and really showcase some amazing formats that are going to achieve your KPI. So if there's a certain KPI that you need to deliver, we can absolutely do that with any one of our formats. What we're seeing here is our branded takeover, which is unique to Kargo. And it's due to our smart tech technology that we can do this, as Rob mentioned before, but it's sort of looking at the traditional kind of homepage takeover and somewhat modernizing it. As consumers are navigating through the web, and there's a lot of sideways consumption, not many people are visiting kind of homepages effectively anymore. They're transitioning through social and other verticals. We have the ability to target them. And what this product does is it offers advertisers 100% share of voice of that, that particular URL, that page, and the ownership of all ads on page. And really offers fantastic cut through and great for launches and these sorts of fantastic executions. And as you can see here, they look pretty cool and they're very effective. We can give some stats around that as well. Thanks, Rob. Next one I'm going to touch to you guys about is our social stack. So we have a raft of social products and offerings based on some acquisitions that we've made in previous years. But we have an array. What I'm going to touch on is just our social canvas offering today. We're not saying stop spending with the Facebooks and Googles and Twitters and IGs and TikToks, but think about how you can make that money work a little bit smarter and a little bit harder for you guys in the social web-based environment. So what this product does is effectively identifies or surfaces social embeds and wraps Kargo formats around it. And we can search for things via things like hashtags, emojis, handles, accounts, and basically really kind of things that are topical and the brands want to be around. It's an awesome tool, and we get some fantastic results off the back of this as well. But this is just one product that we do have in the social suite. Certainly probably our most popular and the most kind of in there. But it's we've got a raft of these as well.
Yeah. So this is all in mobile web. So this is really extending your. So it's not on the social platforms. It's extending your social advertising into mobile web as well, so that you're getting that greater reach.
Absolutely. And just looking at some of our latest innovation, we've got 3 formats here, one called the triplex, one called the swipe up, and the high rise. Now, these are, I guess, really, as you can see, they do what they say on the tin. They're really got some fantastic cut through. And what these do is they deliver above industry benchmarks. So all these formats deliver in line. And a lot of our formats are built to captivate, not aggregate. So this is a thing that we talk a lot about here. They're all built in line with the Coalition for Better Ads, and they do what they say they're going to do by achieving those KPIs and those objectives for advertisers. And we're constantly innovating, constantly going back into the lab and challenging and tweaking and changing our creative to come up with new innovative formats. So we basically release kind of 3 to 4 formats per quarter and bring them out to market, and potentially tweaking existing formats, but really making them work harder and drive better outcomes for advertisers, what we're all about with these formats. And
we love hearing ideas from advertisers, from you guys. So you've got ideas for formats. We're bringing out 3 more in this quarter of this year, but if you've got ideas, we'd love to see if we can build them out.
Yeah, it's a really good point, because a lot of these have been built off advertiser-driven requests and those sorts of things. So we're constantly changing and shaping these, but there's a load that are ready to go. Thanks, Rob. And then from a composer perspective, so we know that there's obviously a lot of challenges around building creative and the costs associated with such, and also running campaigns. But what we've developed at Kargo is effectively a bring your own creative tool, or build your own creative tool, I should say. It's essentially a drop and drag tool that takes standard assets, so standard formats and banners, or social assets, and we can scrape the social assets and build these very simply in under 4 seconds, in fact. So you can see it kind of happening in the background, but it builds a raft of Kargo Lite formats. So I think there's up to 7 formats that it builds, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's sort of 7 that you can build there. Basically, you click generate a snippet, and then you can build an ad tag and run these creative in under 4 seconds. So this is something that's developing, and we've kind of had Composer 2.0, which has come through, and we continue to evolve this product, and we're also open to advertiser feedback. And you have the ability for us to turn things around really quickly, or give it to advertisers to use as their own tool, as a white label service as well, is something that we continue to explore. But there's no cost associated with this, and it's very simple and easy to use, as you can see. And then we talk a little bit about what's coming. So excitingly, we've got some new products, as Rob mentioned. As we kind of continue foray into the omnichannel creative suite, we're continuing to evolve and evaluate and innovate, and we're launching the desktop branded takeover. As I mentioned before, the branded takeover that we have, we're going to desktop, giving further reach and expansion to that product. And obviously, we're also launching pre-roll, as Rob touched on earlier as well. Now, we've launched with standard pre-roll, which is available at the moment. And then what you kind of guys can see here is our advanced sort of enhanced pre-roll that will be coming in a matter of months as well, which is really exciting. So taking a tweak on the existing pre-roll and tweaking it, really cargoifying it to stand out and cut through the quota there as well. And it's based off some acquisitions that we've made in the video space too. But it really, as we continue to kind of evolve our offering and becoming more omnichannel, this is really exciting. We can be the one-stop shop, and you can breakfast in all your kind of advertising needs in terms of mobile, desktop, and sort of video. It's really exciting that we have the ability to answer on that. Sorry, Rob, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I was just going to say on Composer as well. So that's the tool Neil took you through, where you can just copy. If somebody's got a social campaign, you can just copy the URL, drop it in there, as you saw in that video example, and it will create an ad. And it will create a snippet that you can put into your DSP. We give you a deal ID, and you're off and running. So you can literally, you could take, as an agency, take that tool and get a campaign running same day. We are working on, and it should happen in the first half of next year, developing Composer into a new product called Pegasus, and that will have, we're building a DSP as well, so it'll have a DSP in it, so you'll be able to create the campaign, traffic it, and you'll be able to buy to certain KPIs, whatever they might be able to be. So it might be clicks to site, or it might be viewability, or whatever. So it's a tool that works right now really well and really effectively, and it's a tool that's going to develop and be even more useful going forward. And we think it's something, not everybody wants to do the creative work, and we
Yeah.
totally understand that. And to a large extent, why would you when we do it for nothing? So, but the reason why you would sometimes is if the advertiser has smaller spends, and they, you know, because we have some minimum spends for the creative work we do. So if the advertiser has smaller spends or quick turnaround for lots and lots of campaigns happening in quick turnaround, like the Telstras of this world and so on. So that's primarily what it's there for.
Yeah, awesome. I'm going to hand over to Ali now, who's going to talk through some of our exciting e-commerce solutions.
Perfect. Thank you, Neil. Okay, so Kargo Commerce. Kargo's been observing and researching the accelerated growth in e-commerce for several years. And in recent years, we've noticed there's been a real change in the customer journey. And that's really largely been driven by social media platforms such as Instagram. Customers now expect to be able to purchase on that first ad impression, which is the branding ad, basically. So the days of driving consumers down, you know, a full marketing funnel from awareness to action, where, you know, you're clicking to site to browse goods, adding to basket, and eventually purchasing has changed. And of course, you know, that still exists. But now more than ever, consumers want to shorten that journey. They want to be able to see an ad, click on it, and instantly buy. And so what that means for brands is that they're required to create engaging and actionable experiences, you know, right from that awareness and consideration point of view from the first ad exposure. So with that in mind, Kargo has built, partnered and acquired new click-to-cart technology that allows us to drive some really exciting new mobile e-commerce solutions. So in 2022, we partnered with Micmac and Smart Commerce, and what we've done is fully integrate their technology into our creative ad units. And that means we're able to deliver a really rich e-commerce experience through highly targeted upper funnel brand advertising. And likewise, we also acquired Stitcher Ads, who are a well-established global social commerce business. And what that's allowed us to do is to offer that same rich e-commerce experience across social platforms too. So looking to the future, we're already looking at ways to integrate the two platforms together, to deliver a seamless e-commerce experience, be it across the open web and social within the Kargo ecosystem. And what it means in essence for this is, you know, you could see an ad for Tim Tams across the web or social, click on it and add that product directly into a retailer's basket. For example, your Woolies cart, where you can then buy instantly, or you can buy it the next time you visit that retailer's site. So super exciting stuff. We've worked with a major retailer in Australia as kind of a launch partner to this, and they've already seen amazing results with ROAS of around 674%. So really, really awesome results so far. Moving on to attention. So Kargo has been focused on attention for a really, really long time now. And that's why, as Neil focused on, we build ads that captivate but don't aggravate. And we've always researched them with third parties. Kargo were the first SSP to partner with Adelaide, which is ensuring that all impressions that run across our marketplace are measured against their ability to capture consumers' attention. And in May 2022, Kargo partnered with Parsec, the attention-based mobile advertising business that originally spawned and spun off Adelaide. The Parsec tech platform really empowers brands to optimize their campaigns to what is engaging rather than just what is seen. So from a viewability standpoint, for example. And if we move on to the next slide, thanks, Rob. In June 2022, Kargo launched the time-based Venti. So as you can see on the right here, it's a high-impact, highly creative ad format, really grabs attention without being annoying. So it scores really, really highly with Adelaide, 24% higher, in fact, than industry standards. More importantly, though, the Parsec algorithm really allows advertisers now to buy the Venti based on the time the ad is exposed on screen. So it creates the only platform to deliver attention-based, optimized digital advertising for marketing partners. Our clients are looking for added transparency and other ways to kind of prove the success of marketing advertising beyond the ever crumbling cookie. And Attention really provides that next level of understanding about media quality and performance. So later in 2022, Kargo looks to expand beyond the on-screen time measurements to look at a variety of machine-based learning intelligence that will help further optimize campaign performance. And yeah, with quality partners such as Human, Clean.io, Adelaide, and the release of more formats like the Venti, Kargo, we just want to continue to raise the bar for quality, success, and efficacy. So we'll hand back to Rob with that.
Brilliant, thanks, Ali. So that's about it. There's a lot of information in there, so sorry to bombard you with information like that, but we will share the deck obviously with Sam and the team there, and hopefully we got that done in the half an hour allocated. I think we did. But the AdTech ecosystem that we have launched is just going to continue to develop and grow throughout the rest of this year and the rest and 2023, and we really want to keep pushing the boundaries of as we say, putting the art into AdTech. So our hope to you guys is that we are delivering the stuff that you want and that you need, and that makes your life, your jobs easier in delivering campaigns that will really perform for your clients. But what we really thrive on is the feedback from you lot. So if you've got, ideas for us of new ad formats or technologies that you think would really help to take things forward, then please do let us know, because we're really keen to hear them.